So, hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the top 5 fitness resolutions you will not regret making. And I think some of these are going to be surprising. They're not going to be all your typical resolutions. I am Hannah Davis, a personal trainer, certified strength coach specialist. I own a personal training studio in Cleveland, Tennessee. Jess and I met when we both worked in New York City, where we both had very busy personal training careers. I am on the board of Cosmopolitan's advisory board, and I've been featured in many other national publications as a fitness expert. And Jess is another fitness expert with me with a lot of amazing credentials. And we're here blabbing with you guys because we want to just share quality. We want to share good information with you guys, not all this gimmicky information. There's a lot of BS out there, so we want to be real with you guys and answer your questions. Jess, introduce yourself.
Yeah, you got some funny questions down below, but so I'm Jessica Guthrow, and you may have seen me on YouTube because I do a lot of YouTube videos, at least one per week. And I have a fitness channel called Live Lean TV that I run together with my husband, Brad Guthrow. And so together we produce tons of fitness content online. We have fitness programs, we have a fitness coaching program, all kinds of stuff to help you guys get, like she was saying, real fitness information, real doable and sustainable fitness, that is not gimmicky and it's not fake and it's not unrealistic. So that's what we're all about, is living lean, staying lean all year round.
Yeah. And welcome to the first timers. We changed nights, so we're seeing a lot of new faces. We had a lot of return guests, I guess you would say, return audience on our Friday nights, which was really cool to see. So hopefully a lot of you guys will follow us and you'll come back, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're on it all. I'm Body by Hannah. Jess is Jess Fit. So make sure you're following us to find out what our next blab is going to be about. Yeah. So first of all, why don't we hear from you guys? What New Year's resolutions did you guys make? Let's keep it fitness related. How do you keep motivated? We'll talk about that. Mm-hmm. Kirsty. And if anybody wants to, I'm going to lock the seat for now until we get through our 5. And then I'm going to unlock the seat and hopefully some of you will hop on and ask. We had an awesome guest last week. We want you guys to join in. All right, so we have lose weight from Kirsty. How much, Kirsty?
Yeah, be specific about your resolutions, like when you let us know below. Back into running.
A lot. Okay, Kirsty, so our first tip to you one thing that helps you reach your goals a lot better is when you are as specific as possible. How much you want to lose, by when you want to lose it. Possibly breaking them down. If you have a lot to lose, maybe you want to break it down in smaller increments so it seems more attainable.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so
20
if it's 20
kg, so about 50 pounds, yeah.
Yeah, but you break it down into just 1 at a time or 2 at a time, and then you put that on the calendar and see how long it's going to take you.
Right. So we have another lose weight, big film guy.
Yeah, increments is definitely the way to go because you won't overwhelm yourself. And, because sitting here thinking about losing 20 kilograms is like a big deal, and it may seem like impossible. But, perfect. The SMART goals. Yeah, we always talk about that too. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time bound. That's so important because juicy goals are just never going to happen.
Exactly. And then we have a weight gain goal. That's cool. Are you trying to put on muscle mass? PHP, or you want to actually, cool. How have you planned to do that? How are you training? We actually have a blab PHP. If you look in our history, or if you check out Jessica's YouTube page, we have a blab where we talk about how to gain muscle mass, like the best training protocol for doing that. So you should definitely check that out. But Jessica, why don't you give us the first fitness resolution that you won't regret making? Let's start.
Yeah. Okay. So first on the list, you guys are probably going to think this is very cliche, but we have a way to turn it so that it's not just your boring typical advice. It's about drinking more water, the specific way that you can drink more water, because I find it's just too vague when people, like, you hear every trainer say, oh, drink more water, right? But that's just like, well, okay, it's a nice idea, but it's not very actionable. But what we want you to do is substitute any beverage that you would normally have during the day. So maybe it's soda, maybe it's orange juice, maybe it's coffee. You substitute just one a day for a glass of water, and then you're going to end up being more hydrated, cutting down your sugar intake or your caffeine intake, and it's going to be a much better result by the end of the month.
Right. So that's something easy everyone can do. We get a lot of question about how much, 2 liters a day. That's awesome. That's a great start.
Yeah. Recommend at least 2 liters a day for anyone of any size. But if you're a big person, maybe even more than that.
Yeah. And if you have a weight loss goal, or if you're really trying to detox, water is one of the best detoxifiers you can give your body. Natural detoxifiers that doesn't have any crazy side effects, right? So
no side effects other than good ones.
Right. So your metabolism is also can function in the right way when you're hydrated. So you want your metabolism on fire. You want it burning fat. What is that? That's hilarious. Someone just posted.
Is that a pig? So funny. Hopefully everyone can see that. It's like a pig wrestling with a Swiss ball. It's so funny. But yeah, Christy noticed a huge difference when stopping sugar. That's like exactly what we're talking about. And, just replacing one sugar drink with a water drink instead, it makes a huge difference. And not only that, when you're going out to eat a lot, you're going to notice the prices, the bills are going to be way, way slimmer than before, because you don't even realize how much money you're spending on
a Diet Coke or yeah.
So not only is your body going to be leaner, but you're also going to be spending less money.
Right.
Diet Coke, I feel like, is the worst, because it just has no nutritional value and no calories or anything. It's just fake sugar.
And in fact, we've learned that fake sugar interferes with hormone levels and proper functioning hormone levels, and can lead to weight gain. It does not help you lose weight. So you want to avoid those fake sugars as much as possible, and just stick to water. And if you want to make water interesting, get an infuser bottle, BPA-free infuser bottle, and put some fruit in there, put lemon in there, or put berries in there, things that just cucumber, basil, you can kind of switch that up and just make water more interesting. Because I get that like water can get boring, but all right.
How important is it to cut carb intake? That's actually a really good question. Maybe we should answer before moving on to the next resolution.
Go for it.
This one really depends on how many carbs you're intaking right now. Just like everything in the fitness industry, it depends on what you're doing now and what you want to be, so you have to ask yourself, what are your goals? How many carbs do you need to reach that goal? And then how many carbs are you taking in now? Is it too much? All of that stuff. So you really want to assess it on an individual basis. Like, there's no number of carbs that's wrong for everybody. It just depends on the person.
Right. And the type of carb. Did you say that?
That's true. No, I didn't even mention that, but that's a really good point too.
Right.
It's like you also want to look at carb sources, like where are these carbs coming from?
Yeah. And you want to remember vegetables are a carbohydrate. I think a lot of people forget that. So when you're measuring carb intake, obviously you're going to get a different type of carbohydrate energy from a vegetable carbohydrate, because you're getting the fiber, you're getting, all of these other nutrients, different nutrients than maybe you're getting from a starchy carbohydrate.
Right. And we would never recommend you to cut back on vegetables.
No.
You bananas with your vegetables.
Yes.
Like, eat tons and tons of vegetables. That's not the kind of carb you want to be reducing in your diet, but definitely be reducing carbs.
And fruit has sugar. Some are better than others. So he's asking about fruit, and fruit is a carbohydrate. And you will hear a lot of people try to scare you away from fruit because of the sugar. Well, guess what? Fruit has fiber in it, and fiber slows down the absorption of sugar. So it does not have the same reaction in your body that a piece of candy does or a piece of processed sugar does. So eat fruit. It's full of nutrients. It's full of just goodness, water. And so, you know, do you have anything contrary to say about that, Jess?
You know, I used to have this fear myself too. Like when I first got into fitness, I was like, "Oh, what if I'm eating too much fruit? Like, you know, am I gonna get?" Because
even fitness professionals, you will find fitness professionals out there telling you like, "Don't eat bananas. Stay away from bananas."
It's so true.
So,
but in my own experience, I've never felt fat after eating too much fruit. Like I think the only effect you get from eating too much food, this is probably like too much information, but it's going to affect you digestively a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you're not going to notice fat gain from it. Like that's one thing I've never noticed. However, when I eat too much starchy carbohydrate, too much bread, look at that banana. Too much cereal, too much ice cream, too much candy. Like clearly, you know, the fat gain is not coming from the fruit. It's coming from other sources. And I think we all know what those are. So,
right. And then we got another question about juicing. We also have a past blab about juicing where we covered that. So we'll cover it shortly, but you can check back for the blab to get greater detail. But the quick answer is that we're bigger fans of eating your fruits and vegetables than juicing, because when you juice versus, and I'm talking about juicing, not a smoothie, you're extracting a lot of the fiber out of the juice. Like like you said, even later down, when did you ever eat 5 apples in one sitting? But of course you could juice it and just, so it's higher calories. Yeah, you're going to get nutrients, but you know, if you could sit and eat 5 apples, then that would be one thing, but you really can't. So I don't think we're designed to ingest that much fruit sugar or that much fiber in like one sitting, right?
Yeah, these memes are so funny. I love that. That's so
bananas are cool.
Okay, yeah, I completely agree with you. I feel like if you look at a portion of food and you're like, I wouldn't be able to eat that in one sitting, then drinking it in one sitting is also a bad idea.
Yeah.
You know, just because it's in liquid form doesn't make it a good portion to consume, you know? So just try to think of it that way.
Yeah.
And don't make a smoothie out of an amount that you wouldn't be able to eat.
Let's see. Rashid Fitness. Rashid from Morocco. Welcome. How cool. 18 years old. I have been training for 1 year so far. I didn't use any gainer supplement. It is important because depending on eating a lot, costs a lot. Is that a question?
Yeah. So I'm wondering, is the question about whether or not you should use a gaining supplement? I don't know. We'll see. Cutting the nutrients.
I think that goes back to the juicing question. We have a good question. We haven't even gotten to number 2. We'll get there, but we're getting really good questions. I feel like I should open a seat in case anyone wants to join. I'll just open one in case someone wants to join. How can I go on a cheap diet? I'm a horrible cook and thought about Nutrisystem, but too expensive. Not a fan of Nutrisystem. It's so processed and I get that sometimes it's really not rocket science. Like if you're eating less calories than you're putting out, you're going to lose weight. That's kind of bottom line. So we're talking about a cheap diet. Buying in season helps. Fruits and vegetables that are in season is a lot less expensive. Buying frozen vegetables can be a lot less expensive. Buying, and I feel like with options, where are you from, Booms?
Yeah, I think probably sounds not that appetizing and stuff, but to learn how to cook one simple meal and just buy those ingredients in bulk and then just repeat the same meal over and over again, I think is the best case scenario for someone who's a horrible cook. You know, you can just teach yourself how to, you know, cook rice or cook chicken or, you know, I mean, you only need to know one skill. You don't have to be like a professional chef.
Right.
But if you know how to make at least one healthy meal, then you can buy a lot of that item in bulk, like at a place like Costco or something where you can buy bulk for less. And I think that's probably your best bet in saving money and, being able to cook.
Yeah. My husband makes fun of me because I cook very simply. Like I don't need to put a lot of thought into what I'm going to eat. I don't feel like it's a lot of effort. I don't want to make and look, Jess, it looked amazing. I want it. I probably will make it at some point, but like to make quinoa pizza, that overwhelms me. I'm like, how much I have to do? So
I know, what, that's actually easier than it sounds.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to check that out. But I tend to just like have a lean meat, a vegetable, and a healthy starch. It's like 3 things on my plate. And that's kind of in my training program in Operation Bikini Body. My meal plan is very focused. So if you want a very easy meal plan, go to my website, bodybyhannah.com, and get the Operation Bikini Body program. It's a workout program, but also a nutritional program. And it's very simple meals. It gives you suggestions and it gives you a shopping list. So start with a shopping list and go with the things that are cheap. Go to the grocery store and see what's on sales. A lot of times that's how I choose whether or not I'm going to get the spinach in the big containers, and it's on sale a lot, but I only get it when it's on sale. And then I'll get like a different vegetable when it's not.
Right. You can also buy frozen veggies if they're cheaper. Frozen spinach is really affordable.
Yes.
So
what is a healthy starch? Sweet potatoes are a healthy starch. Amaranth, barley, quinoa. If you don't have a gluten intolerance, then whole grains. Yes. Thank you, Boom. Boom put the website up. That's the website.
And then this question about a gainer supplement, I would say, no, it is not important to take any really sort of supplement. The most important thing is to eat real foods and eat the right amount for your goals and everything. The chances are, if you're not able to gain weight with what you're currently doing, you're probably just not eating enough real food. It doesn't necessarily mean you need a supplement. Supplements are just supplements. Like they're nice to haves, but they're not essential.
Right.
Hopefully that helps.
Is it bad for you to go on commercial diets and other popular diet plans you see on TV?
Is it bad for you?
Depends what it is.
Sometimes,
and a lot of times it is pretty gimmicky. Like
we can't see all of the time. Of course, we're not like trying to bash other people's companies, but usually the ones you see on TV are kind of gimmicky. They're telling you can lose 10 pounds in 1 week or something like that. So just be really wary of that marketing and just cooking your own food is the best, really.
Yeah. And the one they mentioned earlier that has now crossed, I've forgotten, Nutrisystem. And even Weight Watchers and like going to the grocery store and getting those Weight Watchers meals, they're low calorie, but they're highly processed. And a lot of the nutrients have been stripped out of the food. So it's important to consider that when you're choosing what food you're going to eat.
Yeah. And I think just frozen reheated meals are not going to be as tasty and satisfying as home cooked food. So you might be more likely to snack on other stuff after eating them. That's the feedback I've heard from people who have tried it. It's like, they're like, yeah, they eat that meal, but then they're still hungry. So they eat something else and then they kind of blow it,
I like this. He says, I'm going to go on a seafood diet. Whatever I see, I'll eat. I messed up the joke.
Yeah, be careful with that. I've been on that diet before. It made me real puffy. Mm-hmm. Don't do
that one. So let's answer one more question, then let's get on with the list. Lean, what are some good lean meats to eat?
So chicken, turkey, fish, beef, pork. Eggs,
as long as it's lean beef, lean cuts of pork, then that's good.
And you want to go organic and grass-fed as much as you guys. This is like really important. I know that, it may seem like it's more expensive and everything, but this is your health care, versus paying for sick care later. So really try to be diligent about the type of meats you choose, because I think it becomes extra important with meat than even with anything else.
Right. Yes,
Oh
we
yeah.
both have. We both have
about your
Facebook. Yeah, I'll go ahead and
We
post
both
that
have
up there.
Yeah.
Yep, Facebook
Okay,
page, a lot of good content up there. So we're on, what was number 5? I already forgot. Number 5 was drink more water. There's your number.
Are we on?
Oh, we're on 1.
Oh, we're going.
Or we could go backwards. Yeah. Let's go backwards because that's more fun, right? Oh, they're all equally important. So they're our top 5. So
they're not in order.
Yeah. Water. Thank you. All right, Jess, what's number 2?
So starting a walking habit at least 2 times per week, if you could get yourself to walk at least 20 to 30 minutes. And so it doesn't have to be every day, but just get it done a couple of times a week, because walking, yes, walk is like the most underestimated fat loss tool that we all have. We all can walk. It can help us all burn fat consistently and become a fat burning machine. It's all about revving your metabolism and all that stuff.
Yes, a good tip just came from Tristan. Get off the bus a few stops early. Take the stairs instead of the elevator.
Yes.
Park further away
from the store.
Yeah. And go for a walk after you eat. You said that too. Yeah. I mean, that's through the neighborhood. Not only is a walk going to burn calories, but if you can do it without walking around with your phone glued to it, it can actually be a great kind of time of meditation and just relaxation, which we all need. We all live very stressful lives, and we need time to ourselves just to chill out. And walking is a great way to do that, which will in turn lower your stress levels and lower those out of whack hormones that are going to cause weight gain. So
that's awesome. When talking about hormonal balance, this is definitely one of the number 1 tips you can do to manage your hormones and balance them.
Yes, I have a dog. If you have a dog, you can walk every day with him. I know.
Yes, that's actually true. Like, getting a pet really helps so many people for that reason. Like, you become a healthier person just because your dog needs to walk.
Right.
But the question about cardio before or after weight training, Hannah, what do you say?
Well, it depends what your goal is. If you're signed up to run a marathon, then you're going to want to do your cardio first. You want to expend most of your energy on preparing for that race. However, if, like most people's goal is fat loss, we both believe in the power of weight training for better fat loss and weight maintenance. You're going to want to weight train always before you do cardio. And you want most of your energy devoted to weight training and getting the best weight training workout, and then leave whatever else you have left on the treadmill or on the track or wherever you decide to run. Who runs marathons? Right. KB Kelly, you do. You run crazy things. If you guys want to follow a crazy runner for a good cause, though, follow KP Kelly up here. He's got some interest.
Some people are crazy enough to like that.
It's true. If only my coach is with me right now. Who's your coach, Rashid? Have him join Blab or her join Blab. So Kirsty, maybe you want to start with like a 5K. Have you run a 5K? Let's make that 5K goal a little smaller, a little more attainable. Yeah. So just focus on a 5K or even a little 1 mile race that you can, play around with your speed and like just knock out that 1 mile race and then go for a 5K. If you really have fun. I ran from a gator once. Who is Josh? That's hilarious.
Yeah, if you're just focusing on losing weight, we recommend strength training first and then cardio. And the amounts are going to, of course, depend on how much weight you want to lose and what your body's currently like and all that.
Right.
Following our programs is a good way to figure that out. We both have programs that have information about how much to do and when to do it and which order to do it in and all that stuff.
Right. You should let's put the website up of that again so you guys can check that out.
Yeah.
We got a lot of good stuff. Okay. So we have water, we have walking. What's our number 3?
It's to try a new program. So speaking of programs,
perfect segue.
Style or a new workout program, just something that's different than you've ever done before is a great New Year's resolution.
Right. And so this is a little, plug for our programs because we love sharing it. We both have really solid programs that have gotten really great results for a lot of people. So we want to continue. It's our way because we're both busy training. We have full books. Rarely do we have the time to take on new clients. So this is our way to kind of reach more people that maybe can't work with us one-on-one, but these are the same, practice the same workouts, we kind of work with our clients on to get great results. The trainer you hire swears by cardio first. You should ask why. Always ask why. I'd be interested to know why they.
I do recommend getting a trainer for the one who asked that.
So guys, that's actually our number 4.
Yeah, that actually.
So segue to number 4.
Even if it's only for 1 month or even just one session, it could change your whole fitness life. It could change the way you feel about working out. It could open your eyes to all the possibilities or strength you didn't know you had, or maybe imbalances that you didn't know you had. Trainers see a lot and they understand a lot about fitness, and they will really personalize the workout to you. So if you've never had one before, it should be your resolution to try one at least one time.
Right. Can one of you come to New Zealand and train me? That's what we're saying. Our programs are here to train you. We have accountability systems set in place with our training programs, our online training programs. So check them out. And if you need any guidance, Kirsty, these are awesome programs for you to look at. I hired a trainer to help with form because I'm healing from a foot injury. That is such an amazing reason. And it's an excuse a lot of people will use not to start working out. Well, I need to wait. My knee hurts and they don't understand really what's wrong. Maybe it's even an undiagnosed issue, but they know I can't do lunges because my knee hurts. I can't tell you how many clients I've gotten that, I can do a lot of things, but I can't do lunges because my knee hurts. And so, let's look at your form. Let's see what's going on. And let's figure it out and everybody has been able to do a lunge after that has been able to do a lunge so working with a pro can help you figure things out. And like Jess said, it could just be for a month and it will really teach you a lot. My doctor told me I shouldn't run because of a back injury. Absolutely not. Yeah. If there's compression force or running is a very, high impact activity. And I would.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like doctors don't always give the best fitness advice just because they're not fitness professionals, so you have to really take that with a grain of salt and realize that your doctor is not going to tell you to work out. That's not their job.
True. And true. And you know what, you'll hear a doctor say well, you don't need to ever do a deadlift. Someone that does work out, they'll say, well, you don't need to do a deadlift because, you've got a bulging disc or whatever. And to that, I'd say, that's kind of bogus. It's one of the most functional moves. You're going to do it in daily life. So it's just about doing it within the right frame. So using the right form, using the right weight, and working up at the right pace. And again, that is where working with a pro is really going to help you figure those things out in a safe way.
Yeah. And in those cases, a one-on-one, hands-on, a person in the room actually spotting you and all that stuff does really make a difference. And I definitely would recommend going that way. But if you aren't in LA to work with me and you aren't in Tennessee to work with Hannah, you got to find somebody local, you can use our programs and then, supplement with working with a local person. And finding someone you trust is not always easy, but keep on trying because we keep saying, it's life-changing and it could make all the difference in you being able to work out injury-free and fix any problems that are stopping you from losing weight or anything like that.
Right. Right. So we are on to number 5.
Well, yeah, number 5. Yeah, so we said 4 already. The 5th one is to go to bed a little bit earlier and try to stick with a regular sleep schedule. I know this is so hard for a lot of people.
Yeah. What time? Oh no. What time do you guys get to bed? First of all, I want to know. And
you know, judging by that, people are on this at midnight. And
2 a.m. Ouch. Yeah. Oh, that's true. We've got a lot of people on here at like 2 a.m. Let's tell you why it's so.
Your smartphone in bed.
Right. Let me tell you why it's so important to get to bed a little bit earlier. Our bodies do. Basically, that's when it repairs itself. That's when muscle repairs itself. That's when our hormone levels can stabilize. And when you don't get enough sleep, or you're going to bed late, you usually don't sleep as well when you get to bed later. You usually wake up more groggy. You're not allowing your body to repair itself. And if your goals are weight loss or building muscle, you're going to struggle a lot more unless you're in a regular sleeping pattern, and getting enough sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And what's enough sleep? 7-8 hours is good for most people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say a minimum of 6, but you ideally want to get 7 or 8.
Bed by 11, no client appointments scheduled before 10 a.m. That is the life. Can I do what you do, Shannon? I want to do that.
Yeah. I think, having a regular sleep schedule has helped me tremendously. And I notice a difference. Like, I'm sure you guys notice a difference too. Like you just said, KP Kelly, feeling off when you don't get a regular sleep schedule. I feel the same way. So it becomes really apparent, when it's missing. But I know some people don't even know what it feels like to have a regular sleep schedule. Like, so many people go through life not even knowing how good they could feel.
Right. You're also going to have things like better skin if you get to bed earlier. You're probably going to fight the late night munchies a lot more. You're going to it's been proven that people that get to bed earlier have a better time managing their weight. And a lot of that has to do with hormones. So we have a hunger hormone, leptin. And when you don't get enough sleep, leptin is lowered and you feel hungrier. So there's science behind that you want to eat more when you're not getting enough sleep. And
plus you're awake and you just sometimes you get bored and you just go to the pantry and grab some snacks,
Right. What was I going to say? I feel like I read somewhere, and I'll preface it by saying I don't remember this being in a journal or a study. It was a long time ago, and maybe my mom just told me this, but it's like every hour you get of sleep before 11 p.m. is like 2 hours after 11 p.m. It's the equivalent of like 2 hours of sleep. Have you ever heard that? Has anybody ever heard that?
Like, whether it's true or not, it's brilliant.
Yeah, so I've always believed that, and I think it was my mom. Good mom.
Yeah. That's a good mom. Moms are smart. Yeah.
So true.
Seriously, it's like, if you think about it that way, it would incentivize you to get to bed earlier, which therefore is just going to make sure that you have better sleep because you're going to be asleep longer. So in every sense, it makes sense whether it's true or not.
Right. So does anybody want to hop on, take a seat and ask any questions? Or you guys started off with like so many great questions. We're happy to answer a few more, and then I'm going to go eat.
Any could go back if we missed any questions. Sorry, they just come pretty fast.
Why? So Jess, are you on the computer or on your phone?
I'm on the phone right now. Computer's right here.
What's cool is on the computer screen, if I look to my left, there's actually like all of the questions are like on that people ask are on the right. So let me just like look at a few. Pedro Vieira asked, why 8-week program, Hannah? So that he's referring to my Operation Bikini Body program, and it is an 8-week training program. But when you get to the end of that 8 weeks, it explains how you can cycle through this program again to continue to get even more results. So it's 8 weeks to a better body, mostly because it's between 8 and 12 weeks that there is some real noticeable change in clients I work with, bodies. And of course, you can definitely get it faster. It's going to depend a lot on genetics and how much consistency there's been. But it's generally 8 to 12 weeks that there's just this real noticeable change in a client's physique and energy levels and all that. So that's why it's an 8-week program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, as personal trainers, people always ask us, how long is it going to take to see results? And, you know, the general consensus, like she said, is very broad, pinpoint, but it takes usually at least 8 weeks or up to 12. So that's why every program we write is going to be kind of in that time frame, because we want you to keep doing it long enough to actually see the change.
Yeah. I can put a question in a seat, like drag the question in the seat. I don't know. Let's try that. Oh my gosh. That is cool.
That's so cool.
Okay. So we talked about that question. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah. Blab is getting better and better. I really like it. Magic. He's like, guys, I'm on here every day. You girls come on here.
Yeah.
KP's on it. All right. Any other questions? I'm going to see if I see any other questions we didn't answer. We did a pretty good impression of you. I know. I'm pretty.
Yeah. If anyone else has other New Year's resolution ideas, if they want to know our opinion on it or anything like that, we'd be happy to talk.
Jess,
resolutions.
what was your New Year's resolution?
Oh, it's funny. Wait, fitness related or not fitness related?
Both.
Okay. So my one that's like more personal, it has to do with like my online presence and stuff. I tend to be kind of like shy and like picky about what gets posted online of me. Like if I don't look very cute in a selfie, or I don't have makeup on, or my hair is like sticking out or whatever, I won't post the photo. So one of my resolutions is like just to be like more cool about that stuff, and just to be more real online, and like not always have to look like put together.
Yay. That's a good one. Good personal one.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm working on it. It's hard, but
it'll happen. I believe in you, Jess.
Yeah. I just want to be more like free, just natural online.
That's your natural beauty. There's no reason for you not to. And what's your?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I have to like prance around with my hair all crazy and like spinach in my teeth.
But that's what people love. You guys love real, right?
I know. Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure most people would rather see your real side than your perfect side.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then what was your fitness one?
Honestly, my fitness one, it sounds so simple, especially for someone in the fitness industry like I am for so many years and everything, but mine is actually to incorporate more outdoor walks.
Oh, cool. So that's where that
is actually one of my resolutions. Huh?
I said that's where that tip came from. That was Jess's contribution.
Yeah, that is actually my resolution, is I want to walk at least twice a week. So that's why I recommend it to everyone else too. But you guys can know that I'm also working towards that.
Yeah.
I have been successful. Just so you know, in the first week of the new year, I have been walking.
Yay. Shannon has one. This is the year of me, when making decisions, self first, then family, then business. That's a bold one. It sounds, Shannon, like you have been a people pleaser, and maybe struggled with just feeling overwhelmed.
So many give their energy away before taking care of themselves. Yeah. So that's good.
But it's very rewarding to give yourself to others first, but you have to do it in moderation, everything in moderation, right? So you have to learn how to say no and make sure that, you're taking care of yourself. as well, because you can't take care of someone else unless you're taking care of yourself, which is why we believe in the power of exercise and why we think it's so important to put your health and your fitness first and foremost. It is so, so important to be the happy, healthiest version of yourself so that you can better give yourself to other people.
Yeah.
I did Runyon Canyon. I don't know what Runyon Canyon is.
Oh, Runyon Canyon is here in LA. That's a hike that I do all the
Oh,
time.
cool. Yay.
Yeah. Great.
Hello, Nazim and Betty. Welcome to the Blab.
Yeah. You guys, there's going to be a replay of this in case you came in late. There's going to be a replay on my YouTube channel later.
And actually, it's so easy, Jess. Blab has made it so easy to like put it on YouTube from the computer that I'm also going to just upload it to my YouTube as well. So,
great.
Jess honestly has way more cool stuff on her YouTube, so you probably want to go to hers. But I got some good stuff too. I've got a few things.
Yeah. Have a lot of good
so
videos.
Find us on YouTube. It was really great to see all the new faces. Great to see the old faces, KP Kelly and Tristan, and who else has been here? Hopefully our tried and true folks that were watching on Friday nights will get the memo that we're on Tuesday nights, every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Coast Time. Me and Jess, your trainers, are here giving you the best information there is to have on fitness.
Honest, real, and no in our teeth, but we'll be as real as we can.
Yeah, so come with your questions. And if you guys have any topic ideas that you want us to really expand on, then tweet it to us and just hashtag Blab, and we'll definitely do it. So
we love having questions to answer, like real questions from you guys. Otherwise, we just make up questions.
Right. Yes. So thank you so much for joining. Happy New Year. Good luck with your New Year's resolutions. We'll be here to help you through them. So when you really feel like you're struggling, make sure you're on Blab Tuesdays. New time worked well. Yeah. Yes, it did. I think so too.
Yeah, I'm glad it works for us too. So good. We'll keep
and
going.
Please share this Blab with your friends. If you want to tweet real quick, make sure you share the Blab. So we just want as many people on here as possible. Thank you, Kirsty. You had some great feedback.
Thanks.
Till next time. Right? Bye. I got to learn this. Hold on, guys. Now they have a pause.